Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is actually a longtime friend. And this is a couple of creators together, Tracy and Phoebe. They often alternate in their video productions. They bring us palettes, pouts, perfumes, and panning. They're getting close to 700 subscribers right now. They've literally been with us for years. I can't remember for the life of me if it's getting close to 4 years yet, but it's got to be 3. And these creators will bring us everything to do with makeup and get ready with me type ideas. The interesting thing about this particular channel is not only will they give you lists of products that you might think about purchasing if these are your type of thing, like anything makeup or beauty related, but they also give us lists of things people might want to avoid. So very honest in the reviews here. So there's Tracy, there's Phoebe. I'm just going to grab Tracy's latest video. I can see I'm behind, but I use a special playlist to keep caught up with them. You can give a playlist just about any different name. You can make them unlisted, public, private. And playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. So I've got a fun one named Ketchup. I use it to keep or get caught up with creators. So I've got their latest video in that playlist right now. I see that they've got some more shorts here. And Phoebe's always done well with these. This one's been there for a while, but they've got 2,300, 2,400, 5,600, and even 5,800 on one of these, which is great to see. As well as live stream. So it's been a long time since they've done any of these, but we keep our notification bells on so we can catch all of each other's content, of course, as it comes up. And if they're going to bring back some live streams, we'll be there to catch those. So I hope everybody will connect with palettes, pouts, perfumes, and panning. Like I said, they've been long time friends, obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They dropped a super chat right before we got started, so I put their channel up first. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly after a long period of time. I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And then, of course, members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So I got quite a few names on there right now. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are at the top of the wheel, of course. And then Backyard Trucker and Lisa J. Stocks were early in the door. Crystal Sparkle and Curmudgeon, Alaska all made it in before we got started. I see Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707. She's here with us every day. Don Arnold is a longtime friend that comes to us from our dear friends at Two Pineapples. Dutchfly 61 and Follow the Bradley's Fun are both in the house. KK's Travel and Educational Vlogs is here with YT Dark Gaming, which was Jory. And that's a creator who has changed their name several times, but brings us a lot of video gameplay. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up first. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And thank you again, Tracy and Phoebe, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. Harry Does Tech, good to see you in the house. Judgment Day Mike Harper has made it in as well. I wonder if this is Crystal Sparkle's first time being picked first from the wheel. I can't remember. I feel like it might have happened once before, but most of our friends who are here with us regularly know what it's like to be picked first, last, and everywhere in between. Crystal Sparkle is a creator I'm still getting to know, but they're here with us in the Tuber Chat streams for almost every time we're on. And I know that's a tough thing, especially lately when we're doing all of our streams as pop-ups. And, you know, we're here for 3 hours, but we don't really have a schedule, so we mix things up. And it's been a long time since we've done a Saturday stream like this. Crystal Sparkle is going to bring us to a lot of conventions. We're going to see a lot of cosplay and My Little Pony on this channel when we get into shorts over here. here, we're going to see that these have done well, getting into 1,100, 1,200, even 2,700 views on one of these, and then 18,000 on one shorts video, which is great to see. Live streams are something that they're doing occasionally as well. It seems up to even a couple weeks ago they were doing them frequently, so they're probably due for another one very soon, and we'll be looking forward to seeing those. Like I keep saying, we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And Crystal Sparkle is not only somebody who's here in the streams every time we're on, for which I'm grateful, but they also engage true conversation. And I'm actually impressed by this creator, the way that they're not only engaging in conversation here with other creators, but truly caring about the YouTube journey, other people's channels, and you see that in the things that a lot of people say in the chats, and I see them out supporting other creators as well. Harry Does Tech, yeah, it's good to have you back. Thanks for coming in. I certainly don't expect everybody to be here every day or for 3 hours every time we stream. I do appreciate every moment, and like I said, for a while we've been doing our streams as pop-ups, and we don't have a schedule. We almost never have. So, it's been a long time. I know it's tough to catch some of these streams, but I do appreciate that much more every time everybody's able to come in. The Horror Freak 85, good to see you in the house. It's another friend that we've seen many times before. And that's the other thing. We haven't done a Saturday stream in a while, so I know it's a little bit of a different time frame. We likely will see a few friends we haven't seen in a while today. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then thank you, KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. I thought you were here the last stream. I thought you were here on... what do we do? Thursday and Tuesday before that and Sunday before that, I think. Curmudgeon Alaska is a channel that's got some serious magic happening on it here. This is Sarah, Rob, and Zeus, of course. What they're doing on this channel is building a completely off-grid homestead and Airbnb in Alaska, in so much of a remote area that I learned from our homesteading friends all the time. But in this particular case, they get their supplies from a train that arrives at a flag stop. And it's interesting here because a lot of times the train comes to an area, there's no deck, there's no dock, there's barely any identification to the idea that that's where they're going to be. But the residents obviously in the area are going to know, and when it comes to the winter weather, they might even be heading out on snowmobiles just to get their supplies. So Curmudgeon Alaska is going to show us all it takes to look after a homestead and off-grid Airbnb like this. The magic on this channel started happening a few weeks ago, where one of their videos just skyrocketed 1.2 million views on this video, and you can see now they're enjoying incredible success. The last few videos have all been either 10,000, 30,000, 40,000, which is just incredible. And these creators have also made an effort to be a part not only of the homesteading community of channels. It's a huge category and genre on YouTube, but they've been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in the Superchat family ever since finding us, and I've lost track of how long Curmudgeon Alaska's been with us, but I'm guessing it's a couple of years by now. When we look at their channel, they've been doing well at on shorts videos as well, getting into 3,300, 4,100, 4,500 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live just about every week. And then recently they made a live stream right after that explosion in views, and this is really, really cool because you can see that live stream at 8,500 views had a lot of new people interacting with them, and I was lucky enough to be there. I could see a lot of people saying, hey, we've got questions, I hope you'll answer, and of course Rob and Sarah are going to be happy to do that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Curmudgeon Alaska. You can see they've exploded in subscribers as well, now over 34,000, which is great to see, and of course monetize lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. Nez Lover is in the house. I'm going to get them onto our wheel for today. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Cider Fest sounds like an interesting festival. I always wonder about these ones like around the Ontario, Toronto, and Niagara Falls area. We have these ones called Rib Fest, right? Where obviously, ribs are going to be the thing. People are out grilling them and cooking them in all the ways you can. But how many ribs can you eat in a day? Or if you're Canadian, you might find yourself in a butter tart festival as well. And while they are an unbelievably delicious treat, it is unreasonable to me to think about how many somebody might eat at a literal butter tart festival kind of thing. But Cider Fest doesn't sound too bad. Somebody like me, I'd go through 4 or 5 glasses of cider in a day. Why wouldn't I? Judgment Day Mike Harper just dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to look at that channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. And then we'll talk about Judgment Day Mike Harper. This creator's actually got 2 channels. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Adventures in Gardening is in the house, and I see that Wheat's Art is back in the house. They got a few interesting introductions or greetings when they arrive. We haven't seen that one in a while, but yes, it's a lot of people's favorite introduction. Sweet Acres Koi Farm, good to see you in the house. They're a member. I'm going to get them on the wheel quickly. When we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, we see a creator that's going to give us a lot of talking head videos, but they actually do a lot of reviews as well. This one's interesting because they're getting into Monday Night Raw, wrestling. I can't believe after all these years. I mean, I barely am able to watch it now unless I'm somewhere where it's on a television, but I do see that they still do an incredible job. It's been 40 years for me. It has to have been. That I've been watching this. Quiet Listener, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Lucy Warren's World is also here. Thank you both for coming in. When we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, so here's an idea, and when we think about WWE, which used to be WWF back in my day, of course. However, it was pointed out to me in my early, let's say, 20s and this and that, and they continue today. WWE are masters of marketing and promoting. They make every single thing look larger than life. Even if you're not somebody that watches WWE often or ever and things like that, we all know what it is. But I would recommend anybody to watch any one program, even if it's only a half an hour or an hour, of WWE, just to see how over the top every single thing is. It is spectacular, and I have a feeling that a lot of other things that we see, including things like Super Bowls, concerts, and other live productions, take cues from WWE because it's just so spectacular. In their marketing and branding and everything else. Judgment Day Mike Harper is going to bring us a lot of reviews, usually of movies, as a matter of fact. And then, like I said, there's a few talking head videos on the channel. Shorts have done well, getting into 1,400 and 2,100 over here. Live streams are occasionally. He's got some more wrestling talk here, which is interesting to see. Pardon me just for 1 second. When we look at these live streams, I see he's got one coming up today, actually. Oh, pardon me. When we look at live streams, we see he's got one coming up today. It'll actually be right after Tuber Chat, so we're expecting to be on until 3 p.m. Eastern, and just after that, Judgment Day Mike Harper will be on. He's got a second channel, Michael W. Harper. And let's see what he's got going on over here. Mr. Bones, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, yes, Crystal Sparkle. I forget to mention this. It is Thanksgiving weekend for our Canadians. And like myself, of course, Scratch and Pete PA and our Canadian friends. I know it's confusing, but we celebrate our Thanksgiving weekend at the same time as our American friends celebrate, well, if it is a celebration, Columbus Day. But then later on, in late November, our American friends will have their Thanksgiving as well. And I've been lucky enough to have been in the States to see some of the partying that goes on that week. The night before Thanksgiving is like bigger than New Year's. It's out of control over there. Mountain Grandma, good to see you in the house. And I should have looked this up because a lot of people have been asking, I shouldn't say a lot, but a small handful of people have been asking if I know what the reasoning is why Canada does their Thanksgiving earlier than our American friends. And I have to admit, I haven't looked it up. I am unsure. However, I will go ahead and talk about something I have no idea about and should know, because we learn it in school as we're growing up, of course. But my guess would be that because of the climate in Canada, we have to harvest, or our farmers have to harvest everything earlier than a lot of our American friends. So that would be my guess. And anybody's free to correct me if I'm wrong. I promise you I've been corrected many times on Tuber Chat for things both related to YouTube and things not so much. And then Mountain Grandma, thank you again for being here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. PK Adventure Travels is here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen brings us homesteading on a budget. Let's talk about Michael W. Harper's second channel. More talking head videos over here. As we can see, he's actually got a new video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It's a short one. Usually when we're connecting, we want to be looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer. Michael W. Harper has many on both of his channels. Very important that the videos that we're watching are 3 minutes or longer. Very important that we watch the video from beginning to end. And then we leave a meaningful, genuine, comment of 3 or 4 sentences. As well as giving that thumbs up and ringing the notification bell. Tori's Brain, good to see you in the house. Sean the Great Gamer's here. Thank you both for being in here. Life with Lucha and Glenn is also in the house. Thank you, everyone. And Michael W. Harper's done well over here with shorts, getting into 400 and on the way towards 500 views. Then we get into live streams over here. He's done a few of these up to several months ago. We'll see if he's going to continue those. And he dropped a super chat, so we put his channel up right away. He's done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. And then, like I said, he's going to be live literally 3 hours from right now. So we're going to look at Lucha and Glenn in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Life with Lucha and Glenn, forgive me, I think you sent me a message too after the first time you were here, which I haven't responded to. Forgive me for that. I made the same excuse the other day when I was on here because our friend Be Amazing Sylvia sent me a message that I did not respond to. You know when sometimes you're in the middle of something, somebody sends you a message and you want to check what it is, but you're like, let me sit and respond to this because I got to spend more than 2 seconds answering. So that's the only reason for that. But thank you for that. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then Life with Lucha and Glenn, Life with Lucha and Glenn is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been here a couple times now, but they're well over 16,000 subscribers, as we can see. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'll look through their videos, and I see they got a few new ones here. I'm just going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them and get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos. I get to know the content, and then anybody can reach out anytime. I'm always happy to get to know creators behind the scenes as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. So this couple is going to bring us fun and food adventures. It looks like a lot of vlogging and possibly travel as well. And yes, for all our friends who are affected by those hurricanes, I know a few of our friends have been doing what they needed to stay safe. which is great to hear. And I did see a couple of clips of some of the damage that has gone on, and I know for some people it's been just awful. So while those of us, at least in Canada, are thinking about Thanksgiving weekend, the things we're thankful for, you know, hopefully we're taking a moment to think about our friends in some of the states that have been affected around Florida. And then Canadian Family Life is coming in as well. I'm just going to get them on the wheel. Forgive me, Lucha and Glenn. I'm going to go through the rest of your channel in a quick second here. And yes, they're celebrating Thanksgiving right now. There you go. Food, music, and travel with fun infused in between is what we're going to find from Lucha and Glenn. Like I said, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. Pam's Crafty Heart, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's a longtime friend as well. And that's right, yes, Harry Does Tech. 3-minute shorts are coming out October 15th. I would recommend anybody to follow the YouTube Creators and Creator Insider channels if you don't already. They usually post videos right inside our YouTube studio so you can see the new additions. I promise you there's a little bit of a headache when it comes to the idea of expanding the shorts into 3 minutes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to be sure about, particularly when it comes to copyright-free music or audio. And just as a reminder, so we have all the same music you hear in the background of Superchatters available as copyright-free music. It's available on all major music platforms, including when you're making shorts on YouTube or Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, and things like that. That music's everywhere. You just have to search for it. It's got a unique name, but if you look at our front page for TuberChat, you will find it at the bottom of the front page as a separate YouTube channel we've got over there as well. But you're going to need to know what's going on with copyright-free music if you're going to make shorts longer than 60 seconds. Blessed to Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We're looking at Lucha and Glenn right now, and they've got shorts over here. These have started to get into 16,000, 20,000, even 25,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've been doing these fairly frequently up to a few weeks ago. We'll see if they're going to continue those, and this is where the music comes in by the look of it. So I'm hoping I can catch another one of these. I caught one of these about a month ago. And Lucha and Glenn, obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Oh, Lucia and Glenn, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. The way that Scratch and Pete PA is writing that out, hopefully I'm pronouncing it better when I say Lucia and Glenn. And forgive me, like I said, there's a channel I'm still getting to know. And for everybody in the house, if I'm mispronouncing the name of your channel, feel free to correct me, because I always want to promote everybody the way they want to be promoted. And then as well, if I'm describing things on your channel that are incorrect or not quite right, by all means reach out to me. It's easier afterwards on Instagram. And just let me know if there's something that I'm missing or something particular you want mentioned. And I'm happy to do that as much as I can remember. And like I said, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes right now, and right before we do that, we will play a clip from our new video series. These are interviews that we conducted. There's 4 episodes right now, and what I tried to do was get the opinion of the creators, more so than adding in my own opinion, if that makes any sense, so that we could really hear what they have to say, knowing that they're longtime friends. They've been with us in the TuberChat family over 3 years now, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So
Okay.
it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And
Right.
say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like, I'm notorious for not liking to try new things.
Okay,
So
yes.
everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? You know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro.
Okay.
If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Homesteading on a Budget is coming up right now. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Twinbrook Acres is here. And we also saw 99 Midnight Gamer come in. Good to have you all in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Mr. Mickey, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look... I'm just scanning through the chat for a second here. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead. So when we look at this channel, it says Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, but you'll also find Mike on the channel. These two creators have been together on videos many times before, especially lately. Sometimes it's just Kristen, sometimes it's just Mike. But these creators do a very thorough job, not just in the videos that they make, but the considerations for their videos before they make them. And there's a lot to learn, especially for somebody like me from our, homesteading friends. But you'll often hear me describe the personalities of the creators as having a overwhelming sense of generosity, wanting to share knowledge with each other and with others. We had this influx of homesteading channels start coming through the Superchat family just about 4 years ago. It continues to grow today. And I think these channels are even starting to inspire people outside of like even YouTube and things like that, people who are just watching, viewers and things, to start engaging in more homesteading activities around their house. When we talk about prepping, canning, and then growing our own food or livestock for that matter. I'm just going to grab their latest video. They've made a new trailer, which is great to see. And even though this one comes in at 2 minutes 59 seconds, this would be fine to connect with if anybody wanted to do that. My guess is that they probably did a great job with this, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Shorts on their channel have gotten into 2,600 and 3,300 views and beyond. And then live streams we're going to talk about in a second. Pardon me just for a moment. Oh, pardon me for that. My allergies are on me like crazy today for no reason at all. And when we look at live streams from Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, up to a couple weeks ago, they do these occasionally. So they've been outdoors for most of this. Actually, most of the content on the channel is outdoors. A little bit of indoors because they've built this barn dominium, right? And I'm fascinated by things like tiny homes and things. They did a spectacular job. My dear goodness, might I one day be so lucky as to copy exactly what they've done. It's like perfect. And you could dig through their channel to see what on earth I'm talking about. But most of the content, all of their shorts, fall in line with the rest of the content on the channel. Lots of people in the Superchat family are expanding into pure variety in their shorts videos. But here in Bella's Whisper Farmstead, all of their content is aligned with the videos as well as live streams. Unstable TV Shorts, our dear friends, are in the house. We're going to see a clip from their channel as well, where they did an interview with us and for us. Danielle and James are the first channel that we spoke to in that interview series who have broken off into a shorts channel, and they tell us the reason why. Actually, but they shared a lot of knowledge. I've lost track of how many subscribers they have on their main channel now, but I think it was approaching 20,000 if I wasn't mistaken. We'll look at them soon. I've got them on the wheel, and they come to us from Australia, so not the easiest thing in the world to catch some of our live streams. They were in Ireland, and then they moved to Australia, and we talk about that in the interview as well, the cultural differences you might find in trying to film YouTube videos. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Yeah, GOAT is something, I'm never going to get my head around that. I know a lot of people will say like, oh, this person's the GOAT or that channel's the GOAT, greatest of all time. And it seems so odd to me. I don't know if it's just because it's not a Canadian thing and we're adapting to it. But yeah, I always find that to be interesting. Infinity Girl Gamer 20, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. She is a longtime friend, making frequent appearances again. And yeah, hopefully our internet is okay for anybody that's buffering or anything like that. Just please refresh. I should have industrial grade internet where I am, and we should be good to go. So let me think about spinning the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who may have done more video productions than anybody in the Superchat family. 3,700 videos on his channel, and that's only between a couple of dozen shorts and videos that are posted every single day, many of which now are averaging over half an hour each. This creator brings us a lot of wildlife and nature when we dig through the videos. First of all, we're going to find lots of raccoons, as well as foxes, deer, and some bird watching, and a little bit more wildlife. When we start, we can see that he's a couple months in advance on his videos. He really posts these that's a great thing to do, is put these well in advance so that they can sit and percolate in the YouTube algorithm with the descriptions, titles, tags, thumbnails, and everything else. Once in a while, he'll take us for a ride along or a walk around with a story to be told and a look around his area. And then this creator also, when we get into shorts videos, will get into some lottery ticket scratching, a little bit more bite-sized outdoor looks around, and then a slot game that's played on a tablet as well. Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now, and he's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been pretty much from the beginning of Superchat. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. And my guess, although it's hard to determine without spending time sitting here looking at them, that he'll probably drop a premiere tonight again. So Michael's Adventures, if you want to just let us know in the chat if there's one coming up. Because sometimes when we look through our page like this, they come out of order. I've got tomorrow's morning premiere set right there. Sometimes they're out of order. So where the one for tonight would be, I'm uncertain right this second, but I'm guessing that he's got one coming. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel going. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So yes, Blessed to Crochet is saying they're going to do a monetization celebration, but they'll set it for a month from now and let it percolate in the system. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's fine, right? And what it does is allows the YouTube algorithm, if you can imagine, YouTube is run obviously by Google, right? And even though it is lightning fast as a service and a website, when you consider how information travels over cable or satellites or Wi-Fi and all these other things, it is miraculous to think that we live in a world where somebody like Blessed to Crochet can put up a video here right now, and anybody, in another continent can see that seconds after they post it, if not immediately. Now, the only thing about that is that there are server farms and server banks all around the world carrying this information. So I just happen to be a computer programmer as well, so I understand the smallest bit about this stuff. But the idea is that when you put a video on YouTube, in the background where it's sitting on their servers, it's not just on one server, it's on many different servers as many different copies around the world. We don't need to know that or see that, but it's how the system works. This is how everybody's able to catch it so quickly. So by putting your video up, you can imagine if you were just to make a video, put it up right now, the algorithm has to catch up. And even though it's very fast, we don't know how fast it is, but it's got to be, fairly quick. it can't be the same as putting a video up in advance, letting YouTube catalog where's the title going to go, where's the description going to go, where the tag's going to go, meaning pushing it out to the right people. So I'm an advocate always for publishing in advance if you can, and then premiering videos if you're going to premiere them all. If you're not going to do it, I wouldn't bother. If you're going to do it consistently, I would do it. And then live streams as well are an idea. Okay, so Michael's Adventures is still uploading the one that's going to go tonight. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So everybody can catch that in their local time zones, but we know that Michael's Adventures will have another video today. But thank you, Blessed Crochet, for mentioning that. And then 99 Midnight Gamer, yeah, the phones never worked. I don't know why they haven't added that. It's been 4 years already. You would think, well, 4 years since Superchat's been here, you would think they would have added that as an ability, but they don't. So the tag still works if you spell the channel name perfectly. That means punctuation, spacing, even capital letters. If you don't, it won't mark it, but most people are looking for their name in the chat anyway, just to see if anybody's saying anything. And I'm going to play that clip from Unstable TV in hopefully 5 minutes, not much longer. So Blessed Crochet is up on the screen right now. They got 1,100 subscribers. They're monetized, like I said, so they're going to set up a monetization celebration for us in the coming weeks. They typically post videos fairly frequently, as you can see, every few days or so. They've got shorts on the channel as well that have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond on a couple of them, which is great to see. I think one of them's fairly new. And then live streams as well. So they're on frequently. It looks like almost daily, every other day or so. And then Blessed Crochet is going to give us information on their channel, about section, so that we can see exactly what we can expect from the channel, including the crochet and other discussions that they're going to have, including those StreamYard panels that we see in the live stream area. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Oh, Paint 3D is shutting down. I may not have ever used that program, but it's always weird to me to see these huge companies dropping services or, you know, things like that. It's called sunsetting. And there's a feature in TubeBuddy as well. You can sunset your videos, and what that means is that you can leave them up for a certain amount of time, and then if you want it to disappear after, you could. Anybody might think, like, why would you ever do that? But if you have something that's timely, that's going to start to be, I don't know, destructive to people after a certain amount of time. Maybe you put up a video about Christmas this year, but you don't want people watching it after next year. If it's not evergreen content, you could. But when some of these services disappear, a lot of them migrate. Something like Yahoo's been bought and sold. I don't know how many times they've migrated. MySpace apparently is still around. Nothing like it was back in the original days and things like that. But like, where are CompuServe and AOL, right? Like, for those of you old enough to even remember those, I was there. But it's weird to me to have them just shut them down. They could have asked me. I would have paid them $1,000 to buy it. They won't sell it for less than $1 million, so they won't sell it at all, which is weird to me. But yeah, thank you for that, Harry Does Tech. It's interesting to see these services disappear, as well as new ones are coming out all the time. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is just asking, any other YouTubers having issues being able to leave comments from your cell phone on the channels you regularly support? So is Sweet Acres Koi Farm, one of the things that we can find is the channels that are very active and very supportive may find themselves having their comments held for review because YouTube almost thinks they're too active, if that makes any sense at all. That could be a possibility. Maybe it's just a glitch with the phone. They're updating things all the time, especially we know in the next 3 days they gotta come out with this new ability to add shorts. We find that a couple things usually break right before something new comes out. Why that has to be in 2024, I have to shake my head and wonder. but it's a possibility. But yeah, if anybody else wants to mention in the chat for Sweet Acres Koi Farm, if you're having trouble leaving comments, because we never actually know whether our comment didn't go through or if it got held for review. We think it got deleted, but it might not be, right? Ruby Spot, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, Twinbrook Acres. Infinity Girl Gamer is another longtime friend. I think she's been with us about 4 years as well, making occasional appearances here. 603 subscribers right now, which is great to see. She does a mix of live chatting, so basically Hangouts or StreamYard panels. She makes a lot of music on her channel, and she might be playing video games as well. So she's live right now, and then you can see she's using that, I think that's that Suno system like Jake Huston was making, and we see on a few channels where they're making theme songs for channels, and these are really cool. But Infinity Girl Gamer 20's been doing this a long time, and shorts on the channel now have gotten into 1,600 and 1,700 views, which is great to see. She's posted many more since the last time we looked at her channel, and then she's live frequently, almost daily actually. So hopefully everybody will catch Infinity Girl Gamer 20. I'm not sure if she'll still be on 2 hours from now when we finish for the day, but she's on frequently and, like I said, daily, so you know you can catch her. Trigger Thriller Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, yes, thank you, Kermidge in Alaska. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know people come in and out. That's what we're supposed to do when we go to look at other channels. But I certainly don't expect anybody to be here for 3 hours, you know, just because we're streaming, even though we have a lot of friends that stay that length of time, much like Scratch and PPA and some of our loyal and dedicated friends. Let's look at Unstable TV Shorts right now, and then what I'm going to do after I talk about their channel is we'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes again, and I'll play for you a clip from their version of our interview series. They have an episode. We talked for what I believe was an hour and a half or close to it. Danielle and James shared their insight about how they've gotten their main channel, this is their second channel here, well over 10,000 subscribers. So we'll talk about that in a moment. I am Betty J. Gathers. Good to see you in the house. I'll show you both of these channels right now. Unstable TV Shorts is where these creators broke off into a specific shorts channel, and if you watch their episode of our interview, you're going to find out exactly why and what they think about that. I specifically asked them what they felt about their decision to break off in a shorts channel, right? 800 subscribers over here right now, and you can see that some of these shorts are starting to really move. 11,000, 12,000, 15, and even 22,000 views over here. I did notice in the last couple weeks, I had a look, by the way, Danielle and James, just a few days ago, and I saw that they've got a few shorts on their main channel again. So what I'm going to do is put that channel up right now. We'll have a look, and you can see what they've been doing over here. So I'm way off. Forgive me. I'm way off. I was thinking they were around 20,000 subscribers. No, they're almost at 30,000 subscribers right now. And these are two of the most authentic creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is now 7 years. They've been with us since pretty much the beginning of Superchat, about 4 years now. And this is one of the good things about these online services like YouTube. We could change our mind a million times if we want to. So in the interview, I focus on the idea that they broke off into a shorts channel. And we talk about much more than that. That's just a small part of the interview. We talk about that for 10 or 15 minutes. But these creators, I mean, on any channel, we can change our minds and add more content. And for Unstable TV, whatever's going to help the push, I would absolutely do. I might consider doing the same thing if it was if I was in their shoes. Backyard Trucker, no, I haven't put your channel up yet. So when we look at Unstable TV, this is Danielle and James again. Originally, they lived in Ireland, but they moved to Australia. And it was funny because I talk about this in the interview as well. But I was confused because I thought they were on a vacation, and I mentioned that to Kristen Welton. Most of you know it, and I said, hey, I gotta do an interview with these guys, but I don't know where they are right now because it seems like their vacation's going on for months. Or something like that. I forget exactly what I had mentioned. And then it wasn't until I spoke to them that said, no, we live here now. We moved. And I'm like, oh, yes, I must have missed a couple of videos. So Unstable TV now is, like I said, right knocking on the door of 30,000 subscribers. A lot of reaction videos from these creators. And they actually tell us in the interview series which reactions and what types of videos do well for them, meaning specific themes for videos. So these are ideas. I hope everybody will watch this afterwards and subscribe to both of their channels. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We look at shorts over here. They've just started putting these up again. As you can see, they've just got not even a dozen of them up yet. But one of them at 423,000. My dear goodness, have you guys ever done well with that? And then live streams on the channel as well. They bring these out occasionally. So now they're in Australia, so we get to see different content from these creators. But we know and love them from their Ireland content as well. And I've been lucky to catch them a few times live streaming. I just want to see something. In this rollover, see that microphone that James is using? They talk about that microphone in the interview series as well. And you will not believe what that microphone cost. I'll leave that as a spoiler for everybody. You can go and see what on earth I'm talking about. And then, yeah, Mr. Mickey shorts are really like a crapshoot or a lottery. When we put those things up. Even somebody like myself, I'm getting close to, I don't know, having 60 or 70 up on my personal channel. I don't think any of them have passed 3,000 views or something like that. I'm grateful for every view, of course, but I don't have any like what Unstable TV's got here. Dozens of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views and things like that. And then, yeah, so they bought more microphones. I'm used to the one, I think you got a blue top on the microphone, a blue windsock. But let's get to it. So here's what we'll do. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back. Let me spin the wheel so I can see who's going to be the next channel we're going to look at. And right before that video, the break of 3.5 minutes, what I'm going to do is play one of the two clips that we often play here from that interview series. It's literally just a 3-minute clip to give you a tiny introduction to the kind of information that they've shared with us on their route to 30,000 now subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down, when we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. So you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Lewis Acre Farm Karma, Lawless World. Good, thanks for coming in. Harry Does Tech has been added to the wheel. We always add channels occasionally throughout the stream based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. That's a longtime friend, actually, that hasn't been here for a while, but has been very engaging in conversation here today, for which I'm grateful. But they're right at the top of the list. When we think about the idea of music, right? So I mention it not often enough, but often. But all the same music you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music. The way that that works specifically, it's all ghost produced. I hired producers either from different production companies or from Fiverr and things like this. And I was in music for a long time. I was a DJ for about 25 years. So I own all of that music 100% outright. So you wonder to yourself, as I did, how are you going to be sure you're not getting ripped off, right? Like, people are just going to make music, they're just copying other music, you're going to get in trouble. And the secret to figuring that out, especially if you're nervous about putting music up at all, is to make a video of any kind and put the music onto the YouTube channel as private. And just wait it out for a little while. I think a week is plenty of time. And if you don't get any copyright claims, then you know you're good to go. However, you have to also understand the idea that music can be a very evil business. And what I mean by that is that rights owned by different people can change over years and even decades, right? When we talk about music and intellectual property and stuff like that, anybody who's a Taylor Swift fan will know about the horror story that she's been through, where her music was sold to a publisher. She couldn't do anything about it. And it is literally, I don't know if she's already done it, meant to be back in the studio re-singing every one of her albums just so that they could try to get some of the money out of the hands of that corrupt deal. Now, it's not that I have an opinion on it, it's just an idea. But my recommendation then, no matter what copyright-free music you're using, unless you literally get it from the YouTube audio library, is to, if you can, make a video. And if you're going to use it for live streams, just do a test stream, right? Unlisted or private. Put it up, let it percolate in the system like we talked about earlier. Most copyright flags are going to come up within the first few days. But there's always a chance that 3 years from now you get a copyright claim on something you posted years ago. It's happened to me repeatedly on my personal channel. But all of the music here in the Tuberchat channel, first of all, has been checked. It's all published on all major music platforms, and it was before I ever put any music videos on the copyright-free music channel. So you'll find all the same music on Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, YouTube, iTunes, literally everywhere. And it's available when you're making your shorts and your reels on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, probably Snapchat, and other services as well, including YouTube Music. So those are just ideas. And there you go. Yeah, 99 Midnight Gamer using that Suno system seems to be popular right now. We'll see what happens to people if there's any copyright that comes out of that. Paulie Scratcher, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, we're going to put that channel up on the screen next. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get to back to spinning the wheel shortly. And Unstable TV Shorts. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the clip that we heard from them talking about their shorts channel there. So that's Danielle and James, and the conversation that we had together goes anywhere from, I forget if it's an hour or closer to an hour and a half. But that's the third episode in our 4-episode series so far of interviews with creators who've long passed their 10,000 subscribers, even though they've just about tripled it by now. So, Polly Scratchers coming up next. Lewis Acre Farm Karma's here with us just about every day. 350 subscribers right now. Her husband Logan will be featured on the channel as well. They give us a lot of information about their channel from Southwest Idaho and what we can expect, especially the perspective of the channel. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that into that playlist I keep talking about, my catch-up playlist. Playlist can be a great tool for getting or keeping caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,500, even 6,100 views on that shorts video. I think that one's still getting views. I could be wrong. And live streams are frequent. So they've got an interview series called Meet Me Monday. And then they might do an extra live stream here and there. But they're going to introduce us to a lot of other influencers and especially YouTube creators in their Meet Me Monday series. I'm hoping possibly even sometime a month from now I'll be able to be featured on that channel. I've spoken to Lewis Acre Farm Karma about that briefly. So, hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Polly Scratcher is coming up right now. Ashley Anthony 20 is in the house. Good to see you here. She changed her name recently, so it's easier for everybody to find. It was just Ashley for a while, but it's almost impossible to find a name so popular and short, if that makes any sense. And that's really cool, 99 Midnight Gamer as well. I can't wait to hear some of what you've done. Forgive me for not already realizing you were doing that. Together We Travel's in the house as well. Polly Scratcher's coming up right now. We usually don't go for an extra break this early in the stream, but what I'm going to do is we'll go for 3 minutes again. I'm going to play for you the version of that Suno system that Jake Huston made for Superchat here, where he's making a lot of theme songs for a lot of channels, and then we'll come right back.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
All right, that must have been a little bit more than 3 minutes, so forgive me for that. And yeah, those are really cool. This is what 99 Midnight Gamer apparently has been doing as well. Jake Huston made that for us as well. No, I definitely don't want you to leave Michael's Adventures, but I had to go run outside for a quick second. I'm at my office. There's always something going on here, even on the weekends. So I just had to take off for a second there. But it was the perfect opportunity to play that. Usually I do it at the towards the end of the stream. So Polly Scratcher is up on the screen right now, and thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Polly Scratcher's been a longtime friend as well now, and obviously lottery ticket scratching is a huge category and genre when we think about YouTube, and far more overwhelming than I would have expected when I started 7 years ago. And it wasn't until after we started Superchat, as a matter of fact, 4.5 years ago, when I was introduced to lottery ticket scratching. But we've got lots of channels now in the Superchat family that even collaborate together on this type of content. And when we look at Polly Scratcher, we're seeing shorts now that are getting into 1,200 and 4,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And they've been doing these just about weekly, it looks like. So they'll probably be up for doing another one within the next few days. Well over 5,000 subscribers, which is great to see. We'd love to push them towards the 5,300 we know that they're thinking about. So spin the wheel, we'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Oh, October 23rd is their birthday. Polly Scratcher's going to be doing a live stream in a couple weeks here. Hopefully we'll catch that. I've always got notification bells on for every channel, of course. I'm not sure if Canadian Family Life's here with us right this second or not. They popped in earlier. Tiffany and her husband both have channels, but I'll whip through them very quickly then for today. Canadian Family Life is one that's using the new, it's not new, but it's fairly new as far as people are using it, the promotion system to push the channel even harder. It's a legitimate way to basically advertise your channel within the YouTube system. We've got a few creators. So when you see channels that are really skyrocketing, getting like 1,000 subscribers a week, 2,000 subscribers a week, it's not always that they're promoting. They still have systems out there where unfortunately people can buy fake views, subscribers, and things like that. But we know a few of our friends are using the promotion system, so that's great as well. And then Just Jason Keto and More, my dear friend, is in the house. I haven't been able to catch anything from you, so forgive me for that. But he should be at Keto Palooza right now, bringing us informative content for his channel. Canadian Family Life is in New Brunswick, and so they're celebrating their Thanksgiving weekend right now. Canadian Family Life brings us grocery hauls and then cooking videos, Happy Meal and shout out videos for other creators. Container gardening is a homesteading type activity. I consider this channel part of the homesteading community. And then as well, shorts on the channel. They've gotten into 2,800, 5,500 views on a couple of these, which is great to see, as well as live streams where Tiffany, you might recognize, she's been featured on dozens of other channels, including I Am Betty J Gathers here. She has participated in tons of StreamYard panels and is an incredibly supportive creator. I think that's the biggest reason for their immediate and early growth, one of the fastest growing channels in the Superchat family, actually. And then Butler Family Farm's coming in as well. It was Jerry from Butler Family Farm that had a conversation with me about the promotion system and the fact that a few channels are using this now. I haven't tested that system myself yet. And then Butler Family Farm is, yeah, they're live right now, yeah. They're at Pine Fest, which is another homesteading meetup, if I'm right. I haven't caught it yet, but I did share it out before we went. Thank you, Unstable TV Shorts. I know it must be late for you. It's got to be 2 or 3 in the morning for them. And thank you very much for being here. I know everybody's enjoying those clips. I play one of the 2 every stream, by the way. Makeup Mom and Son, I got on the wheel earlier. Butler Family Farm, they'll probably still be live after we're done, another hour and a half from now, because they got a monster meetup going on right now. They'll introduce us to a lot of other creators. And then, yeah, it does, yes. So Backyard Trucker, when we talk about promoting, it's in the YouTube system. It's in your YouTube studio. You can make a specific video. What Jerry let me know about is the idea that creators are making like a 3-minute video, almost like a trailer for their channel, to kind of say, here's who we are, here's what we're about, and then using that video to advertise. And it's obviously resulting in tons of the right kinds of subscribers, which is great to see. But the consideration that you have to make if you're going to think about promoting a channel is some creators are here in the Tuber Chat family running channels hoping to make money from them. Then you have to consider if you want to put that money back into the system, because where does it stop, right? That's the question. But it is within the YouTube system, so you'll find it in YouTube Studio, especially on a computer. Chris's Creation Fun is Tiffany's husband from Canadian Family Life. He's over 100 subscribers now, almost at 110. He started with 3D printing and moved into do-it-yourself videos, including fixing that 3D printer and then working on some solar equipment, the container garden lights, and we expect more do-it-yourself videos from Chris as well. He's gotten a few shorts here, one of them well over 300 views. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life and Chris's Creation Fun. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat either. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then pardon me, I'm just getting a message that I needed to grab there for a second. Nez Lover is up on the screen. This is another longtime friend. They've been with us for a few years now. And they're approaching 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They got a few new videos. These are really short, so you want to just dig through the channel. You won't have to look far to find videos that are over 3 minutes. But very important that we watch 3-minute videos when we're connecting, if possible. So I'm just going to take one of the latest ones, though. I'll put that into my catch-up list now. Just give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. I can see I'm behind. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,400 views. One of them, though, over 18,000. Which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. A couple weeks ago they were on. I caught them a couple months ago. Hopefully they'll bring out another one very soon. Nez Lover's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And like I said, it's been years now. I think it's been 3 years. I could be mistaken about that, but I'm quite certain. Leonica is in the house. Good to see you here. And Lisa J. Stocks is coming up to help us with our finances. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Leonica just dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before, so thank you for that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put their channel up next, right after we look at Lisa J. Stocks here. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterward. I see Backyard Trucker is dropping a super chat as well. He's done that many times before also. We'll look at his channel right after Leonica, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with our finances. So like I said, a lot of creators, not everybody, but a lot of creators in the Tuber Chat family, I'm guessing 99% of us are thinking about monetization, whether it's directly from our YouTube channels or inadvertently. And the reason why, or what I mean by that when I say that, is there are lots of ways to monetize your YouTube channel regardless of super chats and memberships and things like that. You can become an associate or an affiliate in a lot of programs like Amazon and Commission Junction and things like this. You can sell merchandise. YouTube now lets us plug Spotify stores and things from Teespring and a couple of others right into our YouTube channels as well. And there's lots of other ways to monetize. And then, yeah, Harry Does Tech. Yeah, putting watermarks on videos is something that absolutely can be done. And then the only other thing I'd recommend to channels is to think about never deleting them. If you're in a situation where you're experiencing like trolling and things like that, where somebody's taking your videos and trying to put them up, what I would do, this is a little bit of a complicated system, but you can start a second channel in the background. So for instance, if it was Lisa J. Stocks, I would say have another channel called Lisa J. Stocks Reloaded, right? Not that it matters what the name is, it's just that's what a few people have done. What you do is you take every video that you ever make and you put it up on both channels, right? You have to be careful. You don't want to accidentally copyright strike yourself, so you got to watch that. But this way you always have a backup with a timestamp before you publish your videos. Because on YouTube, while unfortunately it can be possible to take other people's content without retribution, hopefully the copyright system is going to catch things. If you find somebody using your videos and the copyright system's not getting it, you can just reach out to YouTube support and try to handle it that way. It might take a bit of time, but eventually you'll get it done. And then, but if for whatever reason you end up in a situation where you've deleted some of your own videos, here's the problem. If somebody else has a copy of your video and you delete yours, theirs becomes the first one uploaded from that point, if that makes any sense. We're talking about timestamps here. But if you have it loaded as a backup, then you can't really be stolen from, certainly not as easy. So I'm not saying that's right. I haven't been through a situation myself like what Harry Does Tech is talking about, but I have many times put a watermark of some sort onto my videos, and I've had people take my other stuff. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made, and I'll share this with everybody, I haven't talked about it much. Once I did some live streaming, and it was a part of a politically charged news cycle that was going on for a few weeks, and I got like incredible views and the streams did very well and everything else. So when that happens, people will start wanting to try to take it. The mistake that I made was giving people copyright strikes right away, because you can click a button that, like, you know, strike, 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 where I probably should have given them 7 days or 30 days to whatever it is to remove it before the copyright strike came, because now I got a couple of people who come back and thumbs down every single thing I ever do forever because, you know, they hate me so much because I copyright strike them, even though they're the ones who took the content. But you understand, people have their own thoughts in their minds about the different things that they do. Sometimes you get a situation, I had somebody, I used to stream and have my name like on the screen while I was streaming. Somebody just put their name right over the name, and I thought that was the funniest thing. And in the truth of the matter is, later, years from now, it's not going to matter. Some of the average or below average content, let's just say, on your channel, and I'm not talking quality, I'm just talking views, right? But it's not nice, the things that they do. So these are just ideas. And then yeah, the only other thing I can say when things like trolling and stuff come around, the worst I've seen myself personally dissipates after about 2 weeks. The best advice I have for everybody is just to ignore it. When somebody has done things that are really bad, like either taking videos or making videos about somebody, what I have seen is that they do that. It's very disheartening and very upsetting for a while, but eventually they end up deleting the videos themselves anyway. We have to remember that YouTube does not have a barrier to entry the way that a lot of things in life do. So if you are a child about to go to school and you cannot mentally handle the program that the school offers, they process you a different way and you can't go into those classes. If you're an adult and you go to get a job and you cannot mentally handle the aspects of the job, you don't get the job. You're processed in a different way. But online, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and everywhere else, there's no barrier to entry. Everybody can participate. Everybody can behave the way that they want. And most often you're going to find that people who, let's say, I don't know how to say this politically correctly. People are going to act differently, but some people don't know that their actions are detrimental or horrible or awful. Basically what I'm saying is some trolls don't know that they're trolls. God forbid you tell them they are, and then you're in a lot more trouble. One thing I've learned about, like, for instance, somebody who compulsively lies. Liars don't like to be called liars. They get so upset and things like that. So that's just an example. So best idea, if you do experience trolling or see it, just try to ignore it. I know it's difficult. I promise you, I've been through some of the worst. But it will disappear after some amount of time. Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network's a longtime friend as well. That's a channel that I recommend everybody have a look at, because Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network is a perfect example of progression. Somebody whose videos are much different today than when they started. Even though they were always a dynamic creator and always did a good job, they have improved incredibly over time. So much so that when you watch their YouTube content now, you would think they have to be one of the biggest YouTubers the way that they produce their shows. So hopefully everybody will check that out for inspiration. Lisa J. Stock's going to help us with our finances. So wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come through the monetization of our channels, if that's something we're aiming for? But regardless, Lisa J. Stock's going to help us with our finances and the idea of saving, investing, building wealth, as well as staying out of debt together. This is the theme of her channel. She posts videos frequently, usually at least once a week. She's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's heavily focused on stocks, but she's going to talk to us about her own portfolios, her own investment plays, and she talks to us on a level that everybody can understand, whether you're a beginner in investing or advanced. And I think it's great that we have a few of these channels in the Tuber Chat family now. I believe everybody needs as much financial information as they can possibly get, regardless of what you intend on investing in during your lifetime. It's good to know what's out there so that you're making better educated decisions about the things you're not going to invest in and the reasons why, if that makes sense. But Lisa J. Stocks brings us beginner tutorials and advanced topics. She'll talk about dollar cost averaging, dividends, and ETFs and things like that as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 5,700, 7,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. Often feature guests like Prez the Investor's been featured over there many times. She introduced us to that creator, and typically she's going to be talking about her own portfolio, her own stock plays, things she's watching, and then as well, they always take questions and give comments and things like that from the chat as well, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lisa J. Stock. She's working on 4,000 subscribers now. We'd love to get her a little bit closer to that milestone. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Heaven's Fire 18, thank you for coming in. We're going to be on for about another hour and a half. So if you do come back in, just please let me know if you happen to still be listening. And then Leonica dropped a super chat, so I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's done that before. She's just got a few videos here, but there's shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 1,900 views. Live streams are where she's most active. She's actually live right now. So a few of our friends are live. Butler Family Farms on. Infinity Girl Gamer 20 was on as well. She might still be on. So lots of content out there. And then Leonica is going to keep up with the chat as well. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started. They usually start with positivity and motivation. She'll let you know she's going to expect some gaming reviews, online shopping, and a bit more, including entertainment on the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Leonica. They're working on 1,600 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. Musgrave Family Farm, good to see you here. And then Backyard Trucker is coming up right now as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And Backyard Trucker's up on the screen right now. This is Andy, and this is somebody who from the beginning let us know that they are going to put just about anything and everything on their YouTube channel as videos, whatever comes to mind. They've done a lot of do-it-yourself type videos, and of course this is a self-employed small businessman and truck driver, so he brings us on the road and fixes his own truck when it needs it as well. Dash cam footage from this creator has done incredibly well when we look at 12,000, 13,000, and even 14,000 views on his shorts videos there, and then live streams are frequent. So he's on almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day, and this creator will give us a lot of dash cam footage here and bring us for a ride along. These live streams can be any amount of time frame, if that makes any sense. And then as well, sometimes they're collaborating with Marketplace Boutique. Sometimes they're bringing us out by a little fire and things like that. So Backyard Truckers here with us just about every day as well. They're well over 1,000 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,100 we know they're thinking about right now. And Harry Does Tech. Let me just have a look, because for the life of me, I don't remember. I haven't upgraded, and there's reason for that. On this computer, I'm on Monterey, which is a little while ago. So hopefully they're not finding a way to hack into me. Knowing some kind of a exploit for an older version of Mac OS. I forget if I'm 1 or 2 behind. Sometimes it has to do with the programs that you use, right? Some of them might not work with a newer version. So I just haven't upgraded yet. I might do it soon, but we'll see. Backyard Trucker, again, hopefully everybody will connect with, and like I said, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Leonica, thank you again for your super chat. Backyard Trucker did the same thing. You see he's taken over our stream boss position, and that is the video game life meter under my camera right there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock that out and take over gets some extra exposure for a while. Backyard Truckers held that position many times before, and we'll be looking at their channel for a while for that reason. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And yeah, the new version of Mac OS should be coming out any time now. I don't watch the events anymore, like the Tesla event. I didn't even look at the NVIDIA one, but the Apple event from last month and everything. I usually watch like a 5-minute video that people chop up after just to get the highlights. But they usually come out with the new Mac OS, the new iOS, and everything else, I think around this time or November. So it'll be coming up. April Showers Network, good to see you in the house. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at. We're going to go for another break right now. We'll go for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do, I'll play for you another clip from our interview series. We saw Danielle and James from Unstable TV earlier, along with Edna's World, and now we're going to look at our dear friends Two Pineapples, the very first clip from the very first episode of our interview series. And all of these friends of ours have been with us for at least 3 years or longer, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. we've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Jesse Miller unboxings and more. I got Marketplace Boutique on the wheel. Not sure if April Showers Network is still here, or if Heaven's Fire 18, I forget. Oh, for the life of me, forgive me for that. They might come back in. And then, oh, Harry Does Tech. I understand Unity. I've used it, actually. If I ever manage to get the time to get back into game production, I'll use it. Unity is a gaming engine that programmers use to make some of the world's most popular video games. I think half the games now that are made are done with Unity. It's the most popular game engine. And that just has to do with computer programming and stuff. But they also use it for animation and film and things like that. There it is, Heaven's Fire 18. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. I couldn't for the life of me catch the name there. So they're still here. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. Members always are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, except that they mentioned they'd be back later, but it's okay. If they're still listening, I'll put them on. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And we're going to talk about Jesse Miller unboxings and more. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yeah, one thing I almost regret now is never having a Windows phone, Harry Does Tech. That was a thing for a little while. And I just like to know how all the systems work, so I like having a little bit of that stuff around. But I never did. I had BlackBerry and then moved to iPhone, and that was it. So, Jesse Miller unboxings and more. She actually, I'm very lucky to be able to talk to a lot of creators behind the scenes from YouTube. Like, so we talk on Instagram or Facebook or sometimes Twitter, pardon me, and things like that. Jesse sent me a message today or yesterday. I haven't responded to it yet because I just want to like read it, but I did skim over it. So, what I asked Jesse Miller for is when I put this channel on the screen, I describe her unboxing videos. There's something that she does very common, and I'm uncertain about how to describe it, so she clarified that for me. Now, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More will unbox just about anything. Once in a while, she'll do a haul video. Some of what she does are those subscription services that we hear about, like Loot Crate and FabFitFun and BoxyCharm and things that are very popular. And sometimes she's got collaborations with other people or is sent things, and what often she'll do is like a crafting journal, and these can involve stickers or other crafty elements, and then she'll make a collage with a lot of that stuff, and a better term might be a collage journal. I'll have to read exactly how she described it for me, but it's a really unique kind of idea, and these are just examples of a small amount of what she does. But look at this one here. So Dragonfly Journal Collage is what she's talking about in this one. And this is really cool because we go beyond the unboxing to see that things that she's going to create. Or if we get into the shorts videos on the channel, we see a lot of the products that she finds in the unboxing videos. It could be jewelry, snacks, it could be stationery, it could be bath and beauty products, and just about anything in between. And then live streams on the channel are occasional as well. She's usually on every month or two. We're probably expecting another one shortly. She's working on 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. She's been a dear friend, an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, somebody who cares very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. She supports all of my channels and goes over and above when it comes to the idea of generosity for other creators. One of the unique things about Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, this creator's support for us and for everybody that I see has increased over the years. And that's a really tough thing to accomplish, because as we follow more and more creators, literally most of us are subscribed to dozens if not hundreds of channels, it's tough to keep up with everybody as much as we might like, almost impossible. And yet Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been able to support more and more over the years. So next up is Makeup Mom and Son. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Southern Belle Auctions, good to see you in the house. I see Southern Belle has changed the name of the channel to Southern Belle Auctions. So I had always been, I forget whether I said this to you the last time you were here or not, but something that crossed my mind the other day. We have another channel in the Superchat family called Miss Southern Belle. So I had wondered if we'd seen Southern Belle before, but no, it's actually two different channels. They've just renamed to Southern Belle Auctions. They do live auctions on their channel. You're able to bid on items and purchase them right through the live stream, which is really, really cool. The Momerator, I forgot about that for a long time. Scratch and PPA making me laugh in the chat there. So these creators are beloved and dedicated moderators. Today we've seen Michael's Adventures, Scratch and PPA, and Makeup Mom and Son. They're all here for every channel that they, or pardon me, every stream that they can be. We know that Scratch and PPA is with us every single day, for which I'm, of course, eternally great. I will be eternally grateful. Makeup Mom and Son as well is here frequently, and Michael's Adventures every stream he can make just outside of work schedules and things like that. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of ours and of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Makeup Mom and Son started with beauty and makeup and get ready with me type tutorials and ideas. She does spectacularly well when it comes to the idea of things like Halloween, really elaborate looks on her channel, and you'll see more and more as I go through more thumbnails and rollovers here. She's actually broken into a lot of different ideas on her channel, including subscription boxes, similar to what we saw a few of from Jesse Miller and their friends too, of course. Makeup Mom and Son has always been very considerate about the idea of bringing new content by mixing up the subscription boxes that she brings to us on her channel. She even gets into a lot of snacks and taste test challenge review type videos as well, and she's done a ton of interviews on the channel and StreamYard panels. I've joined her both on her channel and many others many times before. She's expecting to be on tonight, and forgive me because I only caught a couple of sentences in that conversation she's having with Pete. I'm not sure if she's going to come on tonight for Halloween trivia, but she might, and that will be about 6 hours from now, 6.5 hours or so. So I'll let her clarify if she's going to be on. That's Michelle, Makeup Mom and Son in the chat. She's working on 2,100 subscribers right now, and I've joined her, like I said, many times on her channel, on others. She gets involved in a lot of StreamYard panels. She might mix up the live streams. There's a game night right there. We often see her with Corinne's Life and Hilda DC. Sometimes Sam's over there and things like that. And then there's our friends, Unstable TV, who we saw earlier in the stream. Makeup Mom and Son's done a lot of interviews. I've been honored to have been a part of her interview series. She might bring some of those back as well. And then shorts on the channel. These will give you an idea of some of the elaborate looks that she gets into, especially around Halloween. She does great with Vlogmas and series of videos like this too. Shorts over here have gotten into 37,000 and 41,000 views and beyond. And she's got a second channel set up for the son of Makeup Mom and Son. It's called Caden Plays It, and this is where we get to see Caden bringing us more unboxing videos and product reviews, as well as some video gameplay. So we'd love to encourage this young creator by pushing their channel up towards that first 100. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. We see a few shorts over here. Mom's obviously helping out with the channel and a live stream, so maybe we'll see some more Roblox or some more video gameplay. Oh, and then it's the internet, says Makeup Mom and Son. So she'll have to see if that's going to clear up so she can be on for 8:30 Eastern tonight. And then I know another couple of channels have come in. Kathleen's Place, good to see you here. Ace Flaw 1 is Andy. He's been with me for about 5 years, if you can believe that. And let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So another creator that's been with us for probably 4 years now is I Am Betty J Gathers, literally from almost the beginning of Tuber Chat. This is somebody who cares very much about those of us in the Tuber Chat family, as well as her own community. She cares very much about the YouTube journey, always inspiring, always motivating. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers doing a few different things on her channel. She's been doing a lot of vlogging lately, so she brings us into her home. She takes us out on the road. She could be shopping, she could be cooking, she could be having conversation and taking us on a trip. So intermittent fasting is one common subject on the channel. She often will talk about healthy eating, healthy living, literally living her best life over 60, although I find that all of her content can relate to just about everybody. You can see she's always laughing, always smiling, and like I said, always inspiring, always motivating on the channel. Shorts over here have gotten now into over 10,000 views on a few of them, and you can see they're all talking head videos. She's done really well with those shorts. They don't always perform anywhere near that with that kind of success, if that makes any sense, when the creator's featured the way she does. Live streams on the channel are frequent. She's on at least every week, and the conversation can go anywhere once she gets started. She's always keeping up with the chat, and the chat often helps drive the conversation, but she's doing a lot of interviews as well. So we see familiar faces there. She'll introduce us to a few other creators. She's got Eerie Frog over here, Canadian Family Life. She's interviewed Geeky Girls Journal and Keisha H and many other friends. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gather. She's a dear friend and over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and of course she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Hobbytown Chili and Koi, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, Jerry's busy. Butler Family Farm is at a meetup right now. They're at Pinefest. And I'm calling it a meetup, but I'm assuming that's what it is. But Pinefest, forgive me, I haven't been able to be on. And then, so on the phone, because they're probably live streaming right now still. And then Sweet Acres Koi Farm is up here right now. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us many times now. They're working on 1,100 subscribers. We would love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They've actually got quite a bit more on their channel, although they talk about koi, which I'm still learning about on the channel as well. So Sweet Acres Koi Farm is all outdoor content, as we can see. They might take us on an adventure there as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 3,900, 7,800, 15,000 on one of them, which is great to see. And it looks like on this channel, their shorts are just about 100% in line with the rest of the content here. And then live streams as well. So a couple weeks ago, they brought us a few of these. We'll see if they're going to bring another one up soon. And StreamYard panels seem to be common over there, as well as they might be bringing us a fire. Those are common, eh? Even in channels, sometimes you'll have a StreamYard panel, and one of the cameras will just be on the fire, so everybody can enjoy that. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is working on 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them towards that milestone. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I meant to add another channel to the wheel. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Were we looking at? Did we look at Harry's Tech? Harry Does Tech. Why can't I remember for the life of me if we looked at Harry Does Tech's channel, actually? Or if I meant to put it on the wheel and haven't yet. And then Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. And this is a creator who collaborates often. When we look at the live streams over here, sometimes they're collaborating with Backyard Trucker. And there they are right there. This creator's been incredibly supportive. They're supportive to each other. And Jody could be taking us out on the water or out on the road or hanging out by the fire, but it's very different content from what they originally started to bring us. So Marketplace Boutique lets us know that in around 1998, they started in e-commerce, and the idea is to give us the ins and outs of selling on platforms like eBay, and buying is a big part of that. The magic on this channel comes in the fact that Jody will not only take us shopping, but gives us hints, tricks, and her secrets to finding the right things to buy and sell to hopefully make a profit while giving somebody a good deal. I do a lot of eBay work as well, and I can tell you listing and shipping are easy tasks to learn and do, but the magic comes in finding the right things to buy and sell, and she will help us with that. She even gives us lists of her best finds. So Marketplace Boutique is working on 1,500 subscribers, and then shorts on this channel are complete variety. So a lot of creators are doing things like this where regardless of category or niche on the channel, they're bringing variety into the shorts videos. But these have resulted in great views, 11,000, 12,000, 14, even 19,000 views on one of these. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming. No, I haven't put... Actually, I'm going to start adding names to the wheel from our chat list in another moment here. Hopefully everybody will connect with Marketplace Boutique, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Butler Family Farm is up right now, and they happen to be live right this second. Oh, so it's Pine Cone Fest. Forgive me, I was confused about that. I thought I saw it listed as Pine Fest a couple of times on a couple of channels. Butler Family Farm brings us 116 acres of farming and homesteading goodness. And when we look at what they've got going on Butler Family Farm, they've also got the Survival Seeds 2024 finale here. I'm just going to put this video into my catch-up list so I can catch up. They're going to show us all it takes to look after 116 acres of farming and farmland. Did you change the thumbnail on this video? I feel like you changed the thumbnail there. I could be mistaken. Butler Family Farm will bring us outdoors more than anything else. They got a lot of livestock here. They got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and bees. As you can see, those will likely be back next March or April. And then Jerry could be working in the shop, or Jerry and Susan together could bring us into their home. They share the camera work over here. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 12,000 views, one at 50,000, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they're live right this second at Pinecone Fest. They did that yesterday as well. There's Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. So I'm sure we'll be introduced to lots of familiar faces here. And Butler Family Farm often heads out to a lot of these larger meetups, like the Mid-America meetup, 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. They're always introducing us to more people as they have StreamYard panels on their channel. I joined them on their channel a couple of times, even up to a few weeks ago there. and you'll see a lot of familiar faces through these different StreamYard panels and thumbnails and things, and then there's a look at some of these larger meetups and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. They're working on 20,000 subscribers right now. I mentioned it earlier. Jerry was the one who had a conversation with me after the last time I was on their channel, actually, about the promotion system, how they're using that to get the channel to grow so rapidly. And then they've got live streams that come up every Monday. So it looks like they're expecting to be back home and on Monday as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. We'd love to push them up towards that next milestone. 19,900 is coming. And then the Groves Bargain Emporium by Stephanie Groves. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think that's a new name for a channel that we already know, and they just grabbed a membership as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So I've got you on the wheel right now, and it's time for me to start adding names to our chat list. Oh, so this video, I thought I grabbed it from the other, the stream a couple of days ago. We've been doing well, going live every other day. As a matter of fact, I'll expect to be back on Monday. I haven't set the time yet, though, I don't think. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm going to add some names to the wheel while we go on another break for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from another episode of our interview series. Again, these are conversations in an interview style where I ask these creators their insight, knowing that they've been friends of ours literally for about 3 years. They know exactly what we need to hear. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember, I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that, I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So even though, but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But, you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep.
Definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it. And also it's good, it's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up. When you get a video that gets 10,000 views, it really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it. So it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. Alright, we're just about back. We're going to see a channel that I thought had been here before. It's the first time we're looking at it. The Groves Bargain Emporium by Stephanie Groves. We'll look at that in a quick second. Sweet Melissa's been added to the wheel. I'm not sure if you're able to stay or if you're on your way out. That's okay. I'm still going to show the channel anyway when it comes up. Adventures in Gardening has been added. 99 Midnight Gamer and Ghostly Winds. So I'm not sure how many channels we're going to be able to get to in the next 40 minutes or so, but I will do what I can to get to as many as possible like we usually do. So this is a brand new channel. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your live stream replays and put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world. I'm uncertain this week about when I'm going to be able to stream, so we'll plan for Monday. I haven't set a time. I probably should, but I'll let our moderators know after the stream today. I'll try to sort that out. And then I'll be uncertain after that, but we'll try to get a weekday stream in before probably Friday. So Adventures in Gardening is up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So, Ghostly Winds is a longtime friend. They've been with us about 4 years now, and I've been lucky to have spoken to this creator even outside of YouTube several times. They're somebody who I can tell you cares very much about the YouTube journey and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. As a matter of fact, they have gone over and above to be an overly generous supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. I'm very lucky as the host of these streams that I'm able to hear from a lot of creators and basically see a lot of what goes on behind the scenes, things that people don't otherwise get to see, that speaks volumes about the caring of some creators about the YouTube journey and their fellow creators, let's just say, if that makes any sense. So Ghostly Winds makes a good point, though. It is all about balance. Even myself personally, over the last several months, you know, as time goes on, we start to, let's say, become complacent in life and forget, like, you know, we're celebrating Thanksgiving weekend in Canada right now, so the forefront of my mind is on being thankful. And this particular Thanksgiving, I have a lot personally to be thankful for. And, you know, so I try to remember that. But I've also been, over the last few months, trying to make extra time to see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time and things like that. Just simple meetups, simple, you know, making time for a little bit of balance. You know, online as much as I can be, but offline is too, offline a little bit as well, just to keep some of that going, if that makes any sense. You know, it can be helpful. And I think that's part of not getting burnt out, is making sure that there's some kind of balance. Hilda DC, good to see you in the house. Another dear friend. She's been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. Adventures in Gardening has changed the name of the channel a couple of different times, but we know we're going to expect adventures and gardening from this channel. We see a little bit of both when we dig through a lot of the videos that they've posted. We're hoping for new content soon. Their last video was a week ago. They got shorts over here that have gotten into 1,600, 1,800 views and beyond. And most of what they're doing here is in line with the rest of their content. They've got a live stream here, and I'm sure they're going to do more of those. We'll be ready for them when they do. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. Beyond Retail and More is their second channel, and this is where they're going to bring us a little bit more variety. They've got some information on their About page, and they've changed things up a couple of times. They got shorts over here as well, and these have started to move. Yeah, one of them over 600 views, which is great to see. So they're working on 200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Heavens Fire 18 is coming up right now. They might be listening more so than active in the chat, but that's okay. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. It had been a while, but now that I know that they might still be listening, I wanted to look at their channel. I see they got a brand new video from yesterday. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what they've got going on here. I'm still getting to know the channel, but they're bringing us a bit of variety. Looks like, you know, almost some of the stuff, a lot of outdoor stuff, a little bit of camping there. I'm thinking homesteading, but I could be mistaken. And we'll keep an eye on the channel. It looks like they're taking us out for some adventures as well. Shorts over here, they've just done a few, but they're already getting close to 100 views, which is great. And as they post more and more, they'll likely grow faster and faster. And 33 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that first 100. We know it's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. Next up, we're going to look at Scratch and PPA. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Is that Lewis Acre Farm Karma's nice way of saying I noticed Kevin doesn't look like somebody who misses many meals? Because there's a story you might have missed that I mentioned a couple of streams ago. Now that we're in Halloween season, I'm happy to tell the story because I find it funny myself. But I was a DJ for a very long time, from my late teens, 18, 19 years old. You know, and I've done it ever since. Once in a while, I still dip my toe into that pond, if you want to put it that way, but usually I let that go. But I had done it for a couple of decades. I worked in radio stations and toured around the US a little bit and this and that, and it was a lot of fun. But one of the things I would do regularly is I would get a Santa suit and I would DJ, because I think it's the funniest thing in the world that Santa is DJing at the Halloween party. You know, anybody's wondering, what does this guy do all year? Say, well, he keeps busy at least before getting ready for Christmas. So I thought that was funny, but I had done that many times. So I thought you might enjoy that story. And then Scratch and PPA is working on 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Scratch and PPA is somebody who brings an interesting twist to lottery ticket scratching. They pit two lottery tickets against each other, and they give us the chance to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres his videos every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail. He's been doing this for almost 4 years now. Excuse me, if you can catch him for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC and the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, VS Speaks Royally, and a few select others. Very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. You'll notice presentation is at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. Of course, they give us a bit of a hint about the giveaways that happened in his interview series, and then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4 years ago as well. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that Scratch and PPA expanded the content last year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, which are quite unique, but they give us a look into all the different areas he visited and some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen, and then a live stream on the channel as well. So he might be hopefully continuing those at some point, but I know a lot of people will be happy to know he's expanded the content here. He's got his premiere set up for Tuesday. You can catch that and set your notification right now. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every single channel. And then he's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Thank you, quiet listener. They're still in the house. Angel Rose Designs has a question, so by all means let me know and I'll answer it as best I can. And we'll spin the wheel. I'm going to get some more names onto the wheel in another second here. I'll get quiet listener on there right now. I know they've been with us for a while. Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707 is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I've added Dutchfly61. I keep forgetting to mention it. I'll talk about it when we get Ghostly Winds up on the screen here because they're on the wheel. But the catch-up list that I talk about, my playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, is named by our friend Ghostly Winds. They've had more than average impact on our community over the years. They always have the most interesting things to say, especially about the Wheel of Doom. And then, of course, Ghostly Winds will always engage true conversation in the chat, for which I'm grateful. Ghostly Winds, they always have really creative things to say. And then, yes, absolutely, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, I do believe I make an adorable Santa. But I will be honest and say, no, I don't miss many meals anyway. That's a joke I say to people all the time. Sweet Melissa is up on the screen right now, Coastal Girl 707, and she is somebody who's with us just about every single stream. Now, she lets us know in her About section that she's a member of a lot of different product review and product testing sites or programs. She means websites, but programs, you know, I'm sure there's apps out there for this now and everything. And what she does with her YouTube channel is brings the products that she reviews for us to see. She's recently started collaborating, and she's done this a few times now. Collaborating is a great way to grow your audience quickly. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're all but guaranteed to grab a handful of extra subscribers. The products on her channel can range from anything from now almost like a cooking video or a taste test video, snacks and other foods and drinks, into all sorts of household products. And literally just about everything. You can get an idea from the rollovers and thumbnails on the channel. Could be bath and beauty products, could be household items, and the collaborations have been great as well, so I'm sure she's going to keep those up. Shorts have gotten on this channel into 2100, even 7100 on one of these, and then live stream. So she's done one so far. We'll see if she's going to keep these up. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. I see Florida Claimers Ted in the house, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And thank you, Hobbytown Chili and Koi. Dutchfly61 is up on the screen. And 1,700 subscribers now. This is a one-of-a-kind channel in the TuberChat family. You can see that they come to us from the Netherlands. And this is a skywatching channel. So, except for the latest video, which I see right now, and I'm going to take that and put it into my catch-up list, this creator usually gives us an idea of what we're going to see in the title of the videos, and you'll get an idea of that as you dig through their content. So this is the first channel I've seen of its kind in the TuberChat family, probably even on YouTube at all, but Dutchfly61 has been with us for at least 3 years. It could be getting on 4 as well. They've been with us a long time. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Some of the shorts over here bring a little bit of variety, but they've gotten into 2,600 and 4,500 views. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'd love for you to get some of their support coming back to you as well. Press Media News, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for not being certain if I already know that channel. I feel like I recognize it, but I might be mistaken. But hopefully you're feeling welcome if this is your first time here. And let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. We'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes, but we will keep this one brief, and then we're going to come back with our dear friend, Just Jason, Keto, and more. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Just Chasing Keto and more, but I just wanted to show everybody something, and forgive me because it's an opportunity for me to tell a quick story. So Jason is in Louisville, Kentucky right now, and most of our American friends are already going to know where that is, but I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to show you how far away from home he is visiting Ketopalooza right now, so that he can bring us informative content for his channel and be involved in that community. So Jason lives up here, closer to Toronto and Hamilton and this area, so you can see how far that is. Myself personally, I don't think I actually got down to Louisville. I can't remember for the life of me. And if somebody wants to remind me, I don't know if Michael's Adventures is still watching or not. So when I tell those stories, I used to be a DJ. I used to travel throughout the northeastern United States. I think I went up into Vermont one time. But it would have been a small city. I don't remember where. I spent a lot of time in New England. This went on for 2 or 3 years. Anywhere down to New York, New Jersey. Not sure if I made Baltimore. I did play in Ocean City. And then everywhere across, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg many times, and all the way up to Chicago and Green Bay. They're over here, yes. And but you get an idea of how far Louisville is. I can't remember for the life of me if anybody knows Cincinnati well enough. Right across the river in Kentucky, I think it's Newport that I'm thinking of. There's an aquarium over there. And I wonder if that's where I had been, because it was rare when I would be traveling if I got a day off. But if I did, I would try to enjoy touristy type things. In Cincinnati, actually, we ended up in an area where they were doing a marathon, and I just started walking in the marathon. And then when I got to the next day, I had an opportunity to go over to this aquarium. I can't remember if it was in Newport or not. I don't remember well enough. Nisa Faraway, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. Oh, you went to Newport on the way, says Just Chasing Keto and more. So the reason why I showed everybody that is just because I looked at his channel in the background while we were on that break, and I see that his latest video is exploring downtown Louisville. This is going to be a really cool video, so I'm really looking forward to this, because Just Chasing Keto and more, once in a while, will bring us this type of video, something a little bit out of the ordinary on his channel, but 99% of his content sticks within his genre: healthy eating, healthy living, and a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Tons of recipes on this channel, literally getting into hundreds now. That's why he's got these Chaffle characters as his avatar and on his banner. Very well known for those, but he does tons of other recipes here as well. All easy to follow, only a few ingredients. Most of us are going to have most of the stuff in our pantries as well. He does a lot of product reviews, so between the recipes and product reviews, he can help us understand the ingredients that we're going to find or use, so we can really understand how they're going to affect us when we're trying to stay in ketosis, if that's what we're doing. He's got a lot of influencers that come on to his channel as well. Some YouTubers, and then other people who are influencers in the idea of healthy eating, healthy living. They will share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And he does those both in videos and live streams. So he streams every single week. Once in a while, he'll do something a little bit differently, like this Homestead Hangout or these cook-along videos. But typically, every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, Jason is on. It could be himself, could be with a guest. And the conversation can go anywhere once he starts, but it's usually focused on healthy eating, healthy living, a keto-based diet and lifestyle. And he's got a vibrant community that will engage with questions and comments when we have them in the chat. We notice as well that Just Chasing Keto and More has a hint here about healthy-looking grilling shorts, in that some of these have gotten into 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views. One which I've seen is over 22,000 views, and I promise you it's entertaining, worth looking at. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Chasing Keto and More. We'll expect him back from Ketopalooza at some point in the next week, where he will bring us brand new informative content, and I'm really looking forward to that look around Louisville, Kentucky. He's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And next up is Ghostly Wins from Australia. This is another influential friend who has gone far over and above when it comes to the idea of generosity here in the Tuber Chat family. So much that, like I said, our catch-up playlist that I use all the time was named by them, but they always engage conversation. And they always have interesting, if not entertaining, things to say about the Wheel of Doom as well. Consume the goodness. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Ghostly Wins is somebody who's going to bring us more often than anything else retro video gameplay. You notice the Sega and Nintendo logos. I was lucky enough to be able to grow up right at that time. I bought myself my first Nintendo. That was my first video game system, actually, when I was 15 years old. I took my first summer full-time job cutting lawns and doing landscaping, which I couldn't stand, and hopefully never have to do again. I was really happy to have been able to do that and had Sega later. So it's interesting, and the reason why I say that is just because this creator still to this day is able to introduce me to games I otherwise had not seen, even growing up with these consoles. So when we look at his channel, we see a lot of video gameplay and mixing up tons of different games. And then when we get into shorts on the channel, we see some of these have started to move now. One over 1,600, which is great to see. They've really changed up what they've done with their shorts and done a few experiments with those. And then live streams as well. I've been lucky to catch this creator many times. I caught him a couple days ago again, where they were live streaming. And they always keep up with the chat while they play, but you can almost feel the excitement that this creator has while they play these games, while they live stream. So I hope everybody will connect with Ghostly Wins. They're now halfway on the road to 900 subscribers. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. And since they're long past 800, so much that they're at 850 now, they're literally halfway to 900 subscribers. And next up, Nisa Faraway. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. My mistake, I thought that the wheel hit Nisa Faraway, but it was actually Hilda DC. And when we look at what this creator's got going on, we see another beloved and dedicated moderator who's been with us for about 4 years now. She is known here. I describe her as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met. She has positive affirmations running throughout all of her content. Could be live streams, could be videos, and they could be coming from the creator herself. Special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting, I've got you on the wheel as well. Florida Claimers Ted and Nisa Faraway have both been added. Still got 99 Midnight Gamer and Quiet Listener on there. I'm going to rifle through channels as fast as we can. We'll get through as many as we can in the next 15 minutes. It should be plenty of time. 2,500 subscribers for Hilda DC now, and this is somebody I described as having a very lively chat whenever she does a premiere or live stream as well. Very fast-paced and high energy. Hilda DC will bring us a lot of cooking videos, a lot of taste test challenges and product reviews. Once in a while she'll do a little bit of variety. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 6,100 and 4,700 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel are occasional, and I've been with her many times, both on her own channel and on others like Makeup Mom and Son. There they are together. You commonly will see these three, Hilda DC, Makeup Mom and Son, and Corinne's Life. They all happen to be members here. They all happen to have been with us for about 4 years now. So Hilda DC, hopefully we'll see more of those, and then we'd love to push this creator towards the 2,600 subscribers we know she's thinking about. we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up, and it looks like Silver Assassin Metal Detecting has a little bit of luck on their side. Oh, and then so Mukbang, I don't pronounce that word properly, Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I believe it's meant to be pronounced mukbang. I think it's a Korean word, but forgive me if I'm mistaken with that. It's a huge category and genre on YouTube. My understanding of it, even though I haven't made any of those videos, is that those type of videos are where a person might be eating a meal. Therefore, the viewer can feel like they're, let's say somebody, I don't know, lived alone or just happened to be alone for the moment and, you know, wanted the feeling of having a meal with somebody without actually doing it. Now, I could be mistaken about the intention. Anybody can look that up. Feel free to correct me. These are the understandings I've had over the years. We've seen a lot of channels doing those types of videos, but not really in the traditional, original sense. I think it's really migrated over the years. But just about anybody doing a meal or doing a video where they're just eating a meal and you're kind of watching as they eat and they're describing things to you or telling a story while they're doing it, those are considered mukbangs or mukbangs, or, you know, however we pronounce that video. So anybody can feel free to elaborate on what I've said or correct me if I'm mistaken, but those are a huge genre on YouTube, as big as unboxing videos. Pumpkins in Wonderland, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Florida Claimers Ted, I've got a couple things in common with that creator, and one of them is that he was a DJ as well. And it's interesting that you say that, Ted. I had always said my whole young adult life that I felt like I was born a decade too late, because I would have loved to be a DJ during the 80s when music was really made for DJs, whereas I became one more in the 90s. The end of the 80s and into the 90s is where I found whatever level of success I had, and into the 2000s. But the 80s had an incredible amount of music. After the disco era in the 70s where it started, there's a lot of music that was made like specifically for DJs or versions of songs. If you go and look up any 80s song that you happen to like and look up remix, you're going to find really elaborate versions of songs that are very cool and can, you know, really liven up a dance floor even more than the original song themselves. And I'm not just talking about Whitney Houston and Madonna and Janet Jackson and, you know, Prince and people like this, just about any 80s song. And I used to love playing like a little bit of 80s music during some of the radio shows I used to do. You know, we always say like, oh, I miss the good old days. We're actually in the good old days right now. 10 years from now, we're going to be talking about 2024. It doesn't feel like that today. And a lot of us, you know, we get wrapped up in our love for a certain decade. I do just as much. I love, you know, 80s stuff. I love 90s stuff. But I also try to remember, like, hey, we're experiencing things right now that we're going to look back on fondly as well. So this is just an idea. And then, yeah, so 99 Midnight Gamer, actually on my personal channel, I have a lot of the work that I did in the past, a lot of remixes that I did either for record labels or bootlegs and stuff. I've got a few mixes on there, and they span, I've got quite a few now actually, that span right from the 80s through to about 2010 or so, and then a couple of newer things as well. I did manage finally to live stream from a nightclub or a bar that was a large place and busy for the night, or busy enough to at least make it a decent video to have up there. But you can search that out if you wanted to. And then oh, I have to hear that, Florida Claimers Ted. I'm not familiar with that one. I probably will remember it when I hear it. So Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is up on the screen right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. yes, a few people were with us. Michael's Adventures, Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, Just Jason Keto and more, and Scratch and PPA, of course, were all with me for a couple of live streams. I DJ'd outdoors during the day in between some band sets, and then went into the bar nightclub area at night. Florida Claimers Ted will remember a name, Shep Pettibone, which is like my favorite of all time. And my inspiration in even becoming a DJ, knowing that eventually I wanted to be a producer. Now, it's funny because when you're 19 or 20 years old, you might be thinking to yourself, you know, how am I ever going to make my dreams come true? And now that I'm much, much, much older, I look back and the wins that I have don't feel as spectacular as I thought they might have been when I was 20, but I'm very grateful for a lot of the things I did, because when it comes to being a DJ, when I was 19 or 20, I far exceeded my wildest dreams. I put a lot of CDs out. There's probably 500,000 in sales on some of these things. I did a compilation called Much Dance 80s, and all this stuff is listed on my personal channel, but the Much Dance 80s was a double CD that's got like extended versions sometimes of all the most popular like dance floor music and stuff, but that was the inspiration. And then yes, Florida Claimers Ted, Shep Pettibone was with Madonna, I think Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul for sure, and a lot of other singers and stuff like that. And then yeah, consume the goodness. So for those of you who haven't seen, forgive all the self-promotion. I'll get back to channels right now. But this is my name, Kevin K. If you search, I just crossed 10,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody, for the support, for those of you who've already been there, and onward and upward from now. So I'll appreciate anybody going over there, too. It's very different than what we do in Superchat. I just use that channel more for experimenting, tech reviews, and I put a lot of my history and music up there as well. Pure variety over there. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They have been for a long time. Metal Detecting, I mentioned this before, but I always thought would be fascinating. When I was basically a teenager, I used to think, I wish I could get a metal detector and go running up and down the beach trying to find change and stuff. But I didn't realize until we got into like YouTube, I've been on for 7 years now, but when I started to see a couple channels like this, particularly in the Superchat family, I realized that metal detecting is a lot more than trying to find a couple of quarters and nickels and things like that. So Silver Assassin Metal Detecting will show us a lot of history on their channel in the interesting things that they're able to find. Shorts on their channel have gotten now into 1,600 views, one over 3,700, which is great to see. And then a couple of live streams on the channel as well, up to a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. We got notification bells on for every single channel. And then we'll spin the wheel. I think I missed a super chat there. Nisa Faraway, thank you for that. Luckily the wheel is ever in my favor right now, helping me out. But Nisa Faraway is coming up right this second, and then we'll get to another channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Nisa Faraway is somebody I'm still getting to know. They've been with us several months now, but they've been here sporadically. When we look at this channel, they've got over 2,100 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 22. They just dropped a super chat, so we put their channel on the screen right away. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. When we look at this channel, they're going to bring us a lot of wildlife, and they really mix up the content on the channel in that aspect. When we look at some of the thumbnails and rollovers, you're going to get an idea of all the different things that they're going to bring to us. Some of their videos have done really well with views, getting into thousands here, as you can see. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into over 1,000 views, one over 1,600. And live streams, let's have a look at these. They've been doing these somewhat frequently, so we'll see if they're going to bring another one. They just did one almost a week ago, so we'll look forward to more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel a bit more, and I'm just taking your latest video and putting that in my catch-up list so I can or pardon me, that's an older video. That's okay, I'll leave it there and just make sure I've got your latest video on my catch-up list so I can get caught up with you a little bit. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. The Paranormal Circle, good to see you here. And Stella's World, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. 99 Midnight Gamers coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And Nisa Faraway is going to drop another wildlife video tomorrow. 99 Midnight Gamer, 757 subscribers, which is great to see. They're here with us frequently. They actually been with us just about every stream lately. They updated their banner, which is great to see, so it gives us an idea. They're a PC gamer. When we get into the videos on the channel, we're going to see that they mix up the content here, playing a few different video games, and the creator of course is a part of the videos, as we can see. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 3,000, even almost 8,000 views on a couple of these. And when we look at live streams, we see that they've mixed up a couple of really popular titles. Red Dead Redemption I haven't played too much. Grand Theft Auto's my game of choice, but my goodness, have I ever given them a lot of money. Grand Theft Auto 6 is less than a year away. It's got to be coming out. I don't know if they're going to do that for Christmas next year, if we might get it earlier. But I'm sure 99 Midnight Gamer will be on that as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of what they've got going on the channel. What I might do for you today is I might just take a live stream replay, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to give you almost a watch hour there. A few watch minutes anyway. Little Lego, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. There's music in the background. It shouldn't be too overwhelming, but the songs are mostly equalized so they're the same volume, but it's possible that a song with a few louder sounds might come through a little bit more, but that's probably what you're hearing. Quiet Listener is up on the screen right now as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Quiet Listeners up on the screen with 2,700 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,800 they're going to be thinking about. When we look at this creator's channel, we see a lot of variety, but they let us know they started as a calming place to unwind with Native American flute music, and then more relaxing content and a bit of variety on the channel. When we get into shorts videos here, we see more variety, like most creators are bringing to us in the Tuber Chat family, getting into the 2,000 and even 3,500 views, which is great to see. Then live streams on this channel, and they've got some StreamYard panels here, so they've been doing these up to even a couple weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. Of course, that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Florida Claimer's Ted is up on the screen. I'm not sure if Ted's ever been picked last yet, so this might be a first for his channel. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we're here, but I do appreciate even our friends in the background who just let the stream run or listen when they're doing other things. We expect to be back on Monday, but I haven't set a time. It'll come up as a pop-up like all of of these have been lately. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but we've been on for 3 hours again, and we'll look forward to the next one. Happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends, and I'm not sure exactly how everybody celebrates or feels about Columbus Day for our American friends as well, but I know they got a holiday coming up. And our American friends will celebrate Thanksgiving another month and a half from now. So thanks everybody for being here. Thank you to our moderators, Hilda DC, Makeup Mom and Son, Michael's Adventures, and Scratch and PPA. You all know that these streams could not be what they are if it wasn't for their help. And Florida Claimers Ted is somebody, like I said, I got a couple things in common with. You recognize their channel. They collaborate with others regularly. They've been bringing a lot of lottery ticket scratching, which is a huge category and genre, on YouTube, and they collaborate with other creators in scratch battles as well. So they got quite a few videos over here, almost 1,900 subscribers. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 4,800, even 26,000 on one of these. And then when we get into live streams, they do a lot of lottery ticket scratching, but they also do a lot of StreamYard panels, and they could be, they mark a lot of them as 18 plus or adult only, just so you get an idea of the conversation that might be happening there. But they're frequently on, and Florida Claimers Ted, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thanks everybody for the time that you spent. Butler Family Farm might still be on, and Infinity Girl Gamer 20 might be on as well. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.